back to ciLiving. I'm your host, Jaclyn Friedlander. The Springfield Muni is bringing a classic tale to the stage. A lot of work has gone into creating their set pieces for their latest production, Hunchback of Notre Dame. Take a look at this. We are back at Springfield Muni Opera, and they are sponsoring our segment today. I am chatting with the director of their upcoming production of Hunchback of Notre Dame. Thank you so much for being here, Kevin.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so tell me a little bit about your show, because it's not the Disney Hunchback.
No. So it's a human story. We are telling it's a story about the human spirit and both the evils that come with it and the good. And so we are challenging the audience's perception on humanity. And that's the goal that we hope the audience takes back is, what is it to be truly human? And the big question that we ask is, what makes a monster and what makes a man? And trying to show there is not much, or there's nothing that makes difference between those two.
Yeah, that's so interesting because I feel like you can tell these stories through art, but then there's always that message or moral or something that the audience can take away.
Absolutely, yeah. And because we have Quasimodo, our protagonist, who has a physical deformity, but he's treated like lesser, even though he is just human like everybody else.
Right.
And just because he was born with his deformities, he's thinking of lesser. And so we're trying to just have the audience think, and the show just progresses, showing that it's not always like that. And Esmeralda, our lead woman protagonist, she sees Quasimodo for what he is, and just helps him through life, and not through life, but through the struggles he's going through, but shows him comfort, compassion, and just sees him for the human he truly is.
Because she can see beyond and see his insides, and that's what really counts.
Correct.
And then this whole theater is all volunteer, and I know you've built some of the sets, so can you talk a little bit about that process and what we have here behind us?
Absolutely. So our set is what we call a unit set, the main aspect. So we have a big platform, 8 feet tall, that's going to go across the entire set, and then we have little smaller pieces that we use to accent various other scenes throughout the show. So behind us these are a mobile staircase that can just pull out and be turned and all different types of things. And in this configuration, we can connect it to the main platform so people can come off of the main, imagine just an 8-foot platform, so they can come off, then come down.
Okay.
And so, or in this configuration, this is going to be center stage, and it's going to look like they're on top of the world. And Quasimodo and Esmeralda have a scene where they are singing about being on top of the world, the top of Notre Dame Cathedral.
Right.
And with the resurgence of Notre Dame opening over this last year, and Pope Leo, we're bringing that Catholicism into the Muni this year, and it's a good fit for this year.
And this year is also the 75th anniversary for Muni. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. 70 years ago, 1950, was when the first production here. There were 2 fires that forced the shutdown, and then they reopened in 64, and then we've been out here ever since. And so I've been out here for 20 of those 75, which is pretty exciting, but I'm just a small part in the overall big history of the Muni. Well,
I know that this is sort of a new-ish, you guys are still in prep for the show, so this is a new-ish build.
This is not finished.
The actors haven't even seen this yet, but we have a couple of your actors here today, so can they maybe try this out and give us a sneak preview exclusive performance?
Sure. And our safety rails are not up yet. But there will be railings on either side of this when it's finished. It'll be a much more dressed up, but this gives an idea and gives them an idea on what they're going to be working on. So I have Jack, our Quasimodo, and Mia, our Esmeralda. Wherever they went, where'd you guys go?
They'll come back. We'll get them. We'll find them, and we'll give you a performance. Up right after the break, we will give you an exclusive sneak peek performance from the Springfield Muni's production of the Hunchback of Notre Dame. ciLiving will be right back after this, so don't go anywhere.